Dillian the Body Snatcher White here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Okay, so over the past couple of days, I've been getting the odd comment here and there. What's happening with Dillian Whyte? I know that sometimes you speak with Dillian Whyte. What's happening? What information do you know? Blah, 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 blah. So, of course, I expected these kind of things. And listen, firstly, if I was having in-depth conversations with Dillian Whyte, and even if I knew every fine detail, do you really think I'll do a video on it? Do you really think that I'll break trust? I've never done it before, and I ain't going to start now. So no, of course, I wouldn't do it. So even if I did know something. But the truth is, I don't know something. The only thing that I do know is why he's silent. That's the only thing I know for sure. Why? Because he told me. Again, I don't think I'm breaking trust by saying that. He told me that he ain't doing interviews. He's not doing social media stuff. He ain't doing any of that kind of stuff. None of it whatsoever. Why? And again, what should be obvious to most isn't obvious to everybody, because he's got a case going on with the WBC. He doesn't want to say the wrong thing and it goes against him. He doesn't want to say something innocent and then it gets twisted and it goes against him in this case. So again, yeah, I expected a few comments here and there. But ever since Tyson Fury put out that post this morning on Instagram, I knew what was coming. Not from his fans. His fans are quality people. They're quality. Okay? But unfortunately, there is a minority who sport it for the rest. These brainwashed, radicalized fanboys, as soon as Tyson Fury says something, they have to regurgitate it. That's what they do. Tyson Fury says Dillian Whyte might be ducking. Guess what? Dillian Whyte's ducking. He calls Dillian Whyte a dosser. Guess what? They call Dillian Whyte a dosser. He calls Dillian Whyte, was it white feathers or something? Guess what? They're calling him white feathers. You see, these brainwashed sheep. I knew it was coming. I knew the comments were coming. So that's why he hasn't been doing any kind of interviews. Again, you can presume that he's about to walk away. I don't know if he's about to walk away, okay? I haven't had that conversation about, are you happy with this money? Are you going to walk away or are you going to... I haven't had that conversation. Nobody's had that conversation outside of Ben Shalom and maybe Eddie Hearn. That's it. The only other person who will know exactly what's going on through in-depth conversations with Dillian Whyte is going to be his lawyer. Now, would he tell me everything that's going on? No, probably not. Reason being, because I'm out here on social media, I'm doing boxing news videos and all these kind of things. Maybe something will slip out by accident. Maybe one day I'll wake up in a bad mood and go, you know what, fuck Dillian, blah, 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 and just put everything out there. That's very unlikely. You know, I do have my own principles. If somebody tells me something, even if I get pissed off, I'm going to keep stum. Okay, that's what it is that I do. But still, you never know, do you? So, again, people who say, am I about to call Dillian Whyte a ducker if he walks away? Well, okay, now firstly, something that I think some people have forgotten. Again, correct me on anything that I say in this video that's not right. But wasn't Tyson Fury doing everything that he could to not fight Dillian Whyte? Have you forgotten that? Was he not trying to fight Manuel Charr, Robert Helenius? Don't believe me? Well, Bob Arum said so. Wasn't he trying to fight an Alexander Usyk? Don't believe me? But it's all out there. Was he not meant to be going to maybe the WWE or fight Francis Ngannou in a crossover boxing match with MMA gloves on? Tyson Fury said this himself. I'm not making this stuff up. He was trying to do everything that he could to not fight Dillian Whyte. To the point where he had two options left. Vacate the belt or fight Dillian Whyte and he goes to first bid. There were his only two options, by the way. Again, not my opinion, fact. He had no other options. Now, again, I'm seeing comments all the time of, when are you going to interview Dillian Whyte? When are we going to get to find out whether or not he's taking this fight? Shouldn't he be happy with the fact that he's got his highest ever payday and he's guaranteed a shot at the WBC world title? 7.4 million. If he beats Tyson Fury, he gets an extra 4.1 million. Okay, yeah, I'm sure he's quite happy with that. Is he happy that Frank Warren's got it? I'm presuming not. I don't know. But at the end of the day, yes, he's getting a world title shot. It's the world title shot that he's wanted for the WBC. Is it a big fight? Yeah. But does he have to sell it? Does he have to be out there on social media doing interviews and doing press conferences and throwing up tables and chairs and all that kind of stuff and bring out a few ladders once in a while? Does he have to do that? No. And again, what should be obvious to most won't be for everybody. So I'll explain it anyway. Currently, again, depends on what's going on with the arbitrator. If the arbitrator rules in his favour, of course, he's going to get more money, but it's going to be more guaranteed money. So currently, the 7.4 million is guaranteed. If he defeats Tyson Fury, that extra 4.1 million on top of the 7.4 million is guaranteed. Whether this fight, this event, is a monstrous success or it flops like an 80-year-old man's cock makes zero difference to Dillian Whyte. Zero. None whatsoever. Because he's not getting any kind of upside on the pay-per-views. None. Not one penny more. So does he need to promote this? No, he doesn't. Does Tyson Fury need to promote this? Well, again, depends what kind of deal he has with Bob Arum and Frank Warren, I suppose. But he's not going to see them short, considering that they're coughing up 41 million. Does Dillian Whyte care if Bob Arum and Frank Warren are in the red after this fight? I don't think he does. Pay me my money, see you later. If they want him to promote the fight, if they want him to create all kind of controversy and get people interested, I'm sure there's options available. And I'm sure these options are something that Arum and Warren will be speaking to him or via Ben Shalom about. As in an upside. If it does X amount of pay-per-views, you get X amount of more money. At the end of the day, this is business. That's what it's about. Is he about to walk away? I don't know if he's about to walk away. Genuinely, I don't know. And if he does, I'm going to have to determine as to my own thought process, and I'll always be very honest as to why he's walked away. And I'll make a judgment call, and I'll be honest in video, give you my honest thoughts. No, I'm not going to go to bat for him and whatever else. I know people say how I've been going to bat for him for the longest time when it came to Deontay Wilder, when it came to the British Box Board of Control, and now of course with Tyson Fury, the 20% split with the WBC. Yeah, okay, but what does that mean? Listen, if there's something that I don't see as quite right, I'm going to say it. I'm never going to lie about things. I know some Fury fanatics seem to think that I would, but I wouldn't. Am I about to do an interview with Dillian? Maybe. In fact, he has said yes at some point when all this is sorted out. Yes, we will be doing an interview. Will I be the first exclusive? No, probably not. In fact, very, very unlikely. Again, it's a numbers game. Just because IFL and TalkSport and whoever it is, and Sky Sports now haven't been putting their head on the block, that doesn't mean that they're not going to... No, of course, it's a numbers game. They can't publicly come out and say, I disagree with this 20% split. I disagree with this. I disagree with that. Dillian Whyte... No, they can't do that, can they? I can do that. I don't have a boss. Okay? What I say and do on my own channel is my own consequence, isn't it? So I can do that. I'm in a position where I can do that. But again, I'm never going to lie. So again, if he walks away, depending on the reason, will be my judgment call in that moment. And if that means that he's going to get a little pissed off with me, if I say, yeah, it looks like he's ducked him, then so be it. If he wants me to, or if he wants to change my mind about this, of course, he can call me up and explain it to me then. And then, of course, if I understand it afterwards, go, okay, fair enough. Then I will then do a video going, yeah, okay, maybe. But again, it depends. It generally depends. Maybe I won't budge on it. Maybe I'll say, yeah, you just ducked Tyson Fury and I'm pissed off about it. Maybe. Or maybe there's a good reason for it. But ultimately, the reason why he's quiet is because he doesn't want to hurt his case. You may say that 7.4 million is good money and everything, career high payday. Maybe so. Maybe so. He's getting a shot at the world title. Yeah. Okay. But while there's a possibility to get potentially up to an extra 9 or 10 million, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And it ain't just that the arbitrator may rule in Dillian Whyte's favour, because again, any percentage that the arbitrator rules over 20% is going to have to come out of somebody's pocket. Would that be Frank Warren? Would that be the WBC? That seems to be a bit of a grey cloud right now. Either way, if the arbitrator says 25%, 30%, 35%, 40%, or even right the way up to the maximum, 45%, somebody's going to have to pay for it. And guess what? Dillian still doesn't have to promote the hell out of this fight because it's guaranteed money. If they wanted to promote it, this is business. They're going to have to say to Dillian, well, ultimately, mate, if we do X amount of pay-per-views, we're willing to give you this amount of money. What do you think? And then again, they're going to have to start negotiating it. If Tyson Fury has some kind of deal that if he does X amount of pay-per-views and X amount of gate receipts and he gets a bit more money, and if he's getting a little bit knocked off with Dillian about it, do you think Dillian Whyte's going to go, all right, Tyson, no problem, Tyson? No, of course he ain't. If Tyson getting a little bit knocked about it because maybe Dillian isn't promoting it so far, and therefore it may end up hurting his purse, oh well. Oh well. Have a word with Bob. Have a word with Frank. Speak with Ben Shalom. Now again, Ben Shalom on a video that I don't know a couple of days ago. I think some people got the wrong end of the stick of that one. But again, that's my own fault because I do speak and just go off on tangents because I'm never scripted. But I think I gave the impression that Ben Shalom most definitely was speaking with Bob Arum and Frank Warren as a way to keep Eddie Hearn out of winning the purse bid and making sure that Eddie Hearn didn't get the fight. Now, firstly, that may well have happened. I don't know. I mean, I've met Ben Shalom on a couple of occasions. Very, very brief, short conversations with him. Very, very nice guy. Maybe he's just a mediator because obviously the relationship between Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn ain't too great. Ben Shalom is doing this as a favour for Dillian Whyte. Maybe. Or maybe Dillian Whyte is going to have some kind of deal with Sky Sports at some point. Maybe. I don't know. Will Ben Shalom be sat next to Dillian Whyte at the press conference? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Is Dillian Whyte going to turn up for a press conference? Well, what contract does he have that he signed that says he has to? Because at the end of the day, he's guaranteed X amount of money right now. Why does he have to do all that extra kind of work? Don't get me wrong, I'd like to see him turn up to press conference. I'd like to see him doing all kinds of crazy stuff on social media and him and Tyson having arguments. That's great as a boxing fan. That's great for a content uploader like myself, of course. But anyway, his radio silence right now is for a reason. It's because of the arbitration case. He didn't want to say the wrong thing and it comes out. Okay? As for me doing an interview with Dillian Whyte, I'm sure it'll happen at some point. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's annoyed with me about something. Maybe he's angry with the whole world right now. Okay? I don't know. But the only thing that I do know, again, because he told me that he isn't doing any kind of press, he isn't doing any kind of interviews until after everything is sorted out because he doesn't want to say the wrong thing. Okay? That's the reason. Should be obvious. See you later. All right? Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up. Subscribe. Catch you on the next video.